is Thursday night. I'm sitting on my living room floor next to my lovely $20 tree that I got from Walmart. And I'm gonna admit, it's been a pretty, I feel like my voice cracked when I said that a little bit. It has been a pretty terrible past couple of weeks. That's why I didn't post a video last week, and I, on top of everything else that's been going on, just haven't felt super inspired with booktube. So I thought, let's shake things up a little bit and let's just do Vlogmas for the month and just do that. And here and there throughout it, I will throw in which books I'm reading and what I'm feeling about them. I do want to warn you though, there's a 95% chance that every single clip is just going to be me in my one-bedroom apartment because I can't film at work and I have, you know, a corporate America job that I'm at Monday to Friday, so I don't know how interesting this will be. But I know I despise it when YouTubers say that they've been having a rough week or a rough month and don't explain what happened, so I'll vaguely tell you guys. Nothing horrific, no one's dying, people are dealing with much worse things in the world, but it's been a combination of I got a little bit sick, had to go on antibiotics, started my new job, which is going well but stressful. You guys know, I've mentioned in the past, I start a new job every 8 months with the company I'm at. It's sort of a development program thing. So the work part hasn't been bad, it's just been stressful just by virtue of the fact that it's new. But aside from being sick during my first week of work, there's also some YouTube stuff going on, and none of this is booktube drama, although I wish it was because that would be much simpler. I don't know if you guys have heard about some of the stuff that's happening with other YouTubers and their networks that they work with. I don't know if I ever talk about it that much on my channel because it doesn't really affect things ever, but I don't know if I am going to be, at the time I watch this video, part of another network, and I'm explaining this horribly, I need to back up, but this is the part where I think, have to be vague because I personally don't want to get in trouble. But let's just say that things have been happening to big YouTubers with the big network that they're part of have been sort of happening with me being a smaller booktuber with the smaller network that I'm part of. So that has been very stressful. So I'm trying to get all of that worked out. And then on top of that, something happened personally in my life where, let's just say, I'm gonna have a lot more free time after work on weeknights and on the weekends. If you can't tell what I'm insinuating about, I had a breakup, which is fine. It didn't end horrifically, it just kind of ended, but you know, still stressful and sad. So it's just the combination of all those little things. It just made it kind of a bad couple weeks, but I hope you guys are doing well. I'm really not complaining because people deal with so much worse things. But the thing I did want to show you guys, because I'm personally just really excited about this, even though for the average person this might not be that exciting. One, I'm having a Yingling because it's just been one of those weeks. But the exciting thing is, because I'm gonna have a lot more free time on my hands, I decided to treat myself to purchasing something I've been wanting for years, but I just felt like I didn't deserve because I'm a pretty cheap person and I didn't want to splurge on something like this that's just for fun. But since I'm gonna have more free time on my hands, I finally decided to treat myself to a PS4. Obviously, as you can see, I got pre-owned, so I'm not trying to treat myself too much, but I'm still very excited. I think tomorrow when I get off work, I might just walk over to GameStop and see what they have. But if you have any recommendations for games, please let me know. I do have a Steam account and I played some of Life is Strange and really liked that. You guys know I like creepy stuff, I like stuff that's story driven, so anything in that realm, please let me know. So I'm working on setting it up right now, but does anybody else agree that this background setup music is incredibly ominous? Right now I'm picking out my avatar, and I don't know if I've ever been so at peace. That's probably just because the last couple weeks haven't been great, but I am just so calm right now. I'm so happy, and I'm just trying to figure out which avatar is really speaking to me. Not that. I was thinking one of the blonde girls, but I also feel as if that's too on the nose. You know what? I think I'm liking this guy because he's creepy, he has a bad back, I have scoliosis, so I think he's gonna be the perfect fit. Hello, so it's Friday evening, about 5:30. I don't know why I'm telling you the exact time, but I've wrapped up work. I was working from home today and kind of not relaxing. It was still a busy day, but I'm very excited for the weekend because I actually have a lot of things going on I'm really excited about. I'm about to head over to my friend's house in a little bit and hang out with her and one of my other friends so we can just kind of catch up. I probably won't film them, but I might film what we're cooking because I'm really excited about that. But first, I wanted to show you guys all of the Book of the Month books came in for this month. And I'm gonna admit, and I've heard this from you guys as well too, I'm just opening it up, I haven't been like insanely excited about the past couple months for Book of the Month. There's always been one or two books I'm interested in, But for this one, I think I'm really interested in because I already looked at them online. All of them except for one. So if there was 1 month where you were like, I want to get maybe one book 1 month and then not the future months, if you have the same taste in books as me, you might be really excited about this. So the first one that's sitting on top is the one that really caught my eye, and not just because the cover is adorable, but because of the plot. And this is called Severance by Ling Ma. And as much as I love dark books, I'm in the mood for some satiric humor with a dark premise, and that's what this is. This is my version of a light, fun read, and it's about a millennial. She's a first generation in the US, her parents have passed away, and the end of the world starts to happen. And from what I've heard, it's supposed to be funny, but with kind of a dark twist and a lot of dark humor. Could be wrong, but I'm just really, really excited about this. It also looks like a pretty fast read. Next one in here is the other one I'm really looking forward to. Well, as I said, all of them except for one I'm excited about, and this is called The Far Field, and this is about a privileged young woman who journeys to the tumultuous region of Kashmir. I believe that's either in northern India or just north of India. I'm sorry, I'm not sure specifically, but in that area, in search of a mysterious figure from her past. So I think this might be a good one to check out. And as always, shameless plug time. If you want to get one of these, you can pick whichever one you want. You can pick one of these for just $5 if you use my book of the month link down below. This next one is the one I was saying I'm not that excited about, and it's called One Day in December, and this is a British holiday meet cute. Oh no, the best British holiday meet cute since Love Actually. And as much as I love Love Actually, I'm just not in the mood to be reading some romance right now, especially if it's very positive romance. It's not where my head's at right now. So the next two are thrillers, and I have to say, as much as the plot of this one intrigues me, when I initially saw the cover, and please let me know if you guys feel this way, does this not look like the cover of every single thriller that's come out recently? This does sound really cool, and it's about a manipulative therapist preys on a young patient in the latest author of The Wife Between Us. And so it's about a girl who signs up for a study, kind of like how you'd be in school and you'd sign up for a study for research credit, but then it becomes very clear that this therapist is up to no good and is manipulating her. And I haven't read a concept like that before. It sounds like it'd be a very basic concept you'd see all the time, but I haven't. But this next one is also a thriller, and I'm all up for, even though it's kind of an overdone topic, anytime you put a bunch of random strangers in a secluded location and one of them is a murderer or psychopath, I'm just all in. And I know that, again, that theme has been done so many times, but I just never get sick of it. It's one of my favorites. This one is called No Exit, and it's 5 strangers are trapped in a blizzard with no way to escape, and oh yeah, one of them is a psychopath. So since it's getting colder outside, very excited about this one. And one thing I've noticed, thrillers used to always, as we know, have branches on the cover, and now it seems like they're drifting away from that, and I don't know how I feel about that. So those are all the book of the month books. Again, the link is down below if you want to check one out, but I'm gonna head over, pack a little bit of alcohol, and head over to my friend's place. Saturday night, and I'm very excited because I'm getting ready. I'm gonna probably leave in like 15 minutes to head out to my boss's Hanukkah party. It's a latkes and vodkas party, or vodkas and latkes, whichever way, but either way, I love both, so I'm very excited. But I wanted to show you guys what I'm wearing, or at least what I'm putting together, because I don't know about you, but I'm not a big ugly sweater person, just because I'm a little bit more frugal. I don't like buying clothes that I know I'm gonna only wear maybe once a year, and I also just overheat easily, so I just don't like sweaters in general. So instead, I Google imaged different ugly sweaters, and I saw a lot of funny Game of Thrones ones, and I found ones that were Let It Snow with Jon Snow, so I just printed off a picture of the Let It Snow part of the sweater, and then I made this. I just photoshopped an image of Jon Snow, and then I put the hat on top, and then I printed it at work, and I cut them off, and I'm just going to stick it onto my sweater. And I don't know, I almost think it's more fun that way, since you kind of made it, even though I just took the idea off online. Oh, the other thing I did today that was very exciting is I went to GameStop. I've been there before with my brother and with friends, but this is the first time I've gone to buy a game for myself, so I'll go grab it and show you guys what I got. So you guys know, obviously, I love horror, and so I was looking up different horror PS4 games, and I came across Until Dawn, which is also one that my friend Caitlin and her boyfriend Steve thought was really, really good. And it's funny because it almost looks like the back, Hayden Panettiere and Remy Malik, it kind of looks like him. I think do the voices possibly, but this was only $15 used. So I am so excited for this. Oh, I look rough. So it's the next day. I'm feeling a little bit hungover, which is why I just made a whole lasagna all for myself, and I'm incredibly excited. It's a little bit later in the day, and thankfully I'm feeling a lot better. Actually, it's nighttime, but I just got back. We went to the botanical gardens, me and a few of my friends. I'll insert the clips here, but it was absolutely beautiful. But right now I'm very excited. I've got some taquitos from the gas station. I'm about to start playing Until Dawn. Hi everyone, it's Wednesday and I just wrapped up working from home today, which Wednesday I think is the best day to work from home because it helps kind of break up the week. I know you can't see my face right now. I'd have to kneel on the floor so you could, and I'm not feeling in the mood to stack this up on boxes, and I also just look like trash right now. I did something that surprisingly I very rarely do, which is order a pizza. I got some Papa John's. My personal go-to is always pepperoni and jalapenos, and I have to say, part of me always does feel generally pretty bad ordering Papa John's, only because one of my professors in grad school used to work for the original Papa John, and this probably isn't going to come as a surprise to you guys if you know anything about him, but Papa John, the original creator of it, and this was, I'm gonna guess, 20, 30 years ago when he worked for him at his very first restaurant, was literally the devil. Grown men would be regularly running out of the restaurant screaming in tears because of how cruel he was to them. He was one of my favorite professors. I'm not gonna say his name, but and he always told us that story on day one of class to all of his new students to encourage them to not buy from Papa John's. But unfortunately, it is my favorite delivery pizza. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my Vlogmas week 1 right here. Again, I'm not a vlogger at all, so if this is a bit of a mess, I apologize. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful December, and I'll see you next Thursday.